Welcome to the We Buy Houses podcast with our host, Brian Spitz, president of Big State Homebuyers, leading the seamless approach to real estate investing in Houston since 2005. Brian's specialty in this large wholesale operation is facilitating real estate solutions for people wanting to sell quickly. Each week, we discuss the ins and outs of wholesale real estate investing and related topics by professionals who matter. And now, here's Brian.
So tell us a little bit about how people fund their real estate transactions with your company.
People often will use retirement accounts. It's not much different than how you fund normally. You go to a title company or attorney of your choice will draw up a note and a deed of trust, and you pick an interest rate that's for both good for the person that's loaning money and borrowing the money. Often the interest rate's a little higher.
Right, of course.
Right, but it's got to be equitable for both parties. It's not like we're telling you what that interest rate is, because different real estate deals happen differently. And at that time we close, the IRA is the lender as an entity. We'll loan to that individual, and they'll provide a note and deed of trust. If anything happens to that individual, it's very easy in Texas to foreclose on an investor, so they're very secure with their money.
Mm-hmm. As long as the deal makes sense and there's enough equity to begin with, then that's a great
it's a great way to go. I've been doing it myself for years, and I like it because I'm a really bad real estate investor.
Okay.
I'm really smart about a lot of things, but I'm a bad real estate investor. I bleed contractors, I'm horrible with toilets and tenants. I do much better to loan it to someone else that knows what they're doing and participate in the deal in a hands-off way.
So I want to know how far removed you have to be. So let's say I have an LLC that acquires the properties, and I have a self-directed IRA. Can I lend my money from the IRA to the LLC that I own?
That's a great question, and the answer is no. They call me Dr. No sometimes, not because I know a lot, because I say no a lot. But the reason is there are people that we call disqualified persons to the IRA. That includes yourself, your spouse, your lineal ascendants and descendants, your children and parents, their spouses. Here's the kicker. Companies those people own, control, manage, are highly compensated. Those people can't buy, sell, trade, or extend services to or from your IRA. When your IRA is buying property, it's strictly for the benefit of what that account was designed for. If it's an IRA, it's designed for your retirement. If it's a covered education account, it's designed to educate your children. If it's a health savings account, it's designed for that, for health care. And as long as you can identify those needs and you can put money in those buckets and use them according to the needs, that's one of the ways that you build wealth. But your benefit is when you remove that money. So you can't buy a house from yourself, sell a house to yourself. You can't loan money to yourself. It must be a third party. So I always say, real estate's a contact sport. You have to know other people and know what their needs are, and you fulfill each other's needs.
Right.
I might buy real estate outside by myself and own real estate property and still loan my money to another real estate investor. And that same real estate investor might loan his money to me.
Right, I've heard that. So people who know each other and loan money back and forth, and that's one of the ways that they build wealth for themselves.
That's correct.
Very interesting. Can your IRA own rental property?
Yes, very simple. A lot of people do it. Direct purchase of rental property. The one thing you have to understand is all the expenses for purchasing that house must come from the IRA, and all the rents and everything else go back into it.
IRA. And does the IRA earn any kind of interest or anything sitting there?
Whenever there's cash sitting there with me, absolutely not. It sits like a rock. Okay.
So you got to do something with it.
You got to do something with it. But there is a point to understand. It's a nice safe rock. It's FDIC insured and stuff. But most of my clients don't keep very much cash with me. They might have an account with someone like Charles Schwab, right? And they buy stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs. With us, they buy real estate or notes, private placements, and they move money back and forth. So they keep their cash balances with Charles Schwab, and as they need it, they move it over, buy a house. Okay. They sell that house, when they get some rents, they'll move that back over to Charles Schwab, so you can keep the money moving.
Oh, very interesting. Well, for more information, I visit questira.com. Like I said, I've read through a lot of the websites. It's incredibly informative. a great resource, and you can visit us at bigstatehomebuyers.com, and you can check out our investment properties at bigstatehousedeals.com. Thanks very much.
Thanks, man.
You've been listening to We Buy Houses with your host, Brian Spitz, president of Big State Homebuyers. Don't forget to visit our website, bigstatehomebuyers.com, for more information on how to sell your house. We pay $500 for referrals, so tell your friends too.